if you were with Bryson, you were the most important thing in the world. And I don't think a lot of people can do that. But he genuinely cared about every single person he was spending time with.
He was the one that was in the center of everything and provided the laughter and the joy for everybody.
He was also very athletic. He could pick up a ball and do just about anything with it.
Bryson Furtado seemed to have it all. A loving family, a championship baseball player.
Next we have Bryson Furtado.
Voted to the homecoming court, an honor roll student. He was the leader with a passion for the kids with special needs in his Wilmington, North Carolina high school. In fact, for his senior project, he planned out a baseball game pairing each of them with a varsity athlete. And that game has become an annual tradition now called Bryson's Buddies.
Even after being gone for a year, he's changed so many people, and it brought so much joy into people's lives.
But Bryson's own joy was perhaps depleted. On Sunday, January 16, 2022, police came to the Furtado's door with news that was unimaginable.
And they asked if we were the parents of Bryson Furtado, and we said yes, and they said they had some bad news for us.
Today's scene is controlled chaos.
Peyton was at work, reporting for her TV station in Wilmington. She got a call from her mom, which wasn't unusual, but her mother's tone was.
I couldn't make out what she was saying, what was going on. I just heard, "Come home, you need to come home."
And they said he passed away, and then we said, was it a car accident? Had he been in a car accident? And they said, no, that there was suicide. And I just started screaming.
And it's the absolute worst moment in our entire lives to hear somebody tell you that your son has passed away.
Nobody's ever prepared to hear those words, but certainly if there was no foreshadowing of what was coming.
Everybody we talked to, his friends, the people we were closest to in Greenville, North Carolina, said to us, you know, we never saw this. Bryson was always the one that would help us feel better.
You know, we just think it was a perfect storm for him and a very irrational, permanent reaction, not decision, but reaction to something that was very temporary.
The Furtados will never know why Bryson felt that life had become too hard.
Hi!
But for Peyton, seeking those answers was the beginning of their coping with the reality of their loss.
If I can go through his search history, his phone, just get any kind of answers I can get, maybe I'll feel better.
Did you?
I think I know too much about what happened that night. We needed to just get through that moment so we could start life again.
Y'all look up here for a picture.
Peyton discovered that a girl Bryson had been seeing for several months wasn't being honest in their relationship. He had just seen her at a party and was very hurt by her actions. He went to his room, resisting his friend's pleas that he not be alone.
The reason he did it was based on a lie. It was based on him thinking he wasn't good enough, potentially for this girl. Maybe that snowballed into thinking he wasn't good enough, period.
He felt down about himself. He was not a person that was a heavy drinker, and he had drank all day long that day because of the way that he was feeling, and that alcohol is a depressant. And these college students need to remember that as well. He had a phenomenal support system. If he had never gotten by himself, the devil would not have had a foothold.
He was believing the lies.
He was believing the lies. Had he listened to Jesus, all these things never would have happened.
The Furtados' Christian beliefs run deep. In the year since Bryson's death, their friends and their large faith community have held them up.
Of course, our faith and belief in Jesus Christ, and then the opportunity to help other people through our story.
A big part of that story is encouraging others in grief to seek professional counseling.
I don't think I would be here without therapy at this point.
For sure, for sure. And that, I think that's important too, to have a great support system, to have our faith, to go through counseling. Counseling is so important and was so helpful to me.
It's an epidemic for young people right now, and That's why it's so important to be out there, bringing mental health awareness to the forefront.